Welcome to Ronda, Spain, where we are at the infamous Ascari racetrack to drive the facelifted Audi R8 V10 Performance. Some subtle changes have been made here and there, mostly to the design and some changes to the engine, but as you can see I'm in a racing suit, and that's because we're actually taking the R8 around Ascari, obviously. So let's get behind the wheel and see what it's about. Okay, let's go. The changes that they made to this car to make it sharper, it's become a lot less forgiving. The previous R8 we said it's sort of too easy to drive. This one, that's not the case. This is a challenge. This is hard work, very hard work. It's got the 5.3 litre naturally aspirated V10. In this car it's pushing 456 kilowatts, but South Africa I think we're only getting the 449 model like the pre-facelift. The benefit of a naturally aspirated engine is you don't have any of that turbo lag or that you have to, that you have to worry about. As soon as you put your foot down on the throttle, it's ready to go. The one I'm driving has the new dynamic steering. Much better feedback than the pre-facelift and that magnetic steering through this tight chicane. Dynamic steering working very well to point it in the direction that you want. Dynamic steering is a lot faster than the old magnetic one. Not that there was any delay in the magnetic one, but I think that had a bit more weight to it. This one's super light, so any direction you want it to be in, it turns there immediately. The chassis is also very stiff. Helps it be really sharp in these corners, and it works well with the dynamic steering. Although it's less forgiving, the car it still does quite a bit of the work for you, and when you mix that sharp chassis, dynamic steering and very responsive engine, it creates a very intense experience. I'm working up a sweat here. It's freezing in Ascari, but doesn't feel like that inside the cabin. The road feel, it's not as good as what you'd get from a McLaren, but the security that you have in your head knowing that the quattro system and the clever traction control is going to save you, it gives you a lot more confidence than your traditional supercar would. You know, it's very easy to say that the R8 is easy to drive, but when you're dealing with speeds that this thing can achieve in the corners and down a straight, your mind has to be so attentive. Yeah, the Audi R8 is still an incredibly fast supercar that offers amazing thrills. And even though it's got all of the assists that you need, the quattro system, a very clever traction control as well, around this challenging track like Ascari in the rain, it's still quite a handful. But we are definitely looking forward to getting this for a road test when it finally heads home to South Africa next year.